श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 60, Krishna teases Rukmini Devi, verse number 47, right? 10.60.47. नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राय कन्याया स्याद्रति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राय कन्याया स्याद्रति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राय कन्याया स्याद्रति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्रायः कन्याया स्यादति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राया कन्याया स्यादति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राया कन्याया स्यादति क्वचित्। माताजी, नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राया कन्याया स्यादति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राया कन्याया स्यादति क्वचित्। नैवालिकम् अहं मन्ये वचस्ते मधुसूदन अम्बाया एव हि प्राया स्यादति क्वचित्। न not eva indeed alikam false Aham, I, Manye, think, Vacha, words, Te, your, Madhusudana, O killer of Madhu, Ambaya, of Amba, Evahi, certainly, Praya, generally, Kanyaya, the maiden, Syat, arose, Rati, attraction, to shalv, Kvachit, once. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Actually, I don't consider your words false, Madhusudan. Quite often, an unmarried girl is attracted to a man, as in the case of Amba. Purport. Having refuted everything Lord Krishna said, Srimati Rukmini, in a gracious frame of mind, now praises the truthfulness of his statements. In other words, she accepts that Lord Krishna used her as an example to elucidate ordinary female psychology. The king of Kashi had three daughters, Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika. And Amba was attracted to Shalv. This story is narrated in the Mahabharata. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So when Krishna, he killed Kans in Mathura, he didn't become the king. He made Ugrasen the king. And he started living with his parents, Vasudev and Devaki. Both Vasudev and Devaki were very, very happy, overjoyed, because they got their sons back after 11 years, Krishna and Balram. They lost their 6 sons immediately after birth. That's very difficult moments. And now they got 2 sons back. So they were very happy, very jubilant. So one day, Vasudev, the father of Krishna and Balram, He called them, said, "Sit with me." And he asked them one very important question. He asked Krishna, "Balram, tell me one thing. All these years you were in Vrindavan, did you boys go to school or not?" See, this is one of the father's responsibility, to not only give good food, good clothes, toys, health to the children, to the boys, but as well as give good education. When a child is born, we generally say masoom, innocent. But that's not true. If he is innocent, he would not take birth. He would go back home, back to God at previous life. The child is born ignorant, ajnani. And to make him human, one has to give gyan, knowledge. Knowledge helps to discriminate between good and bad, true and false, right and wrong, reality and illusion, spirit and matter. That's the purpose of education. To develop good character. The child doesn't know. The child needs learning, education. The mother has to tell, this is rice, put it in your mouth. This is chappal, don't put it in your mouth. Right? Otherwise the child would put footwear also in the mouth. So as the child grows up, to become a proper human requires this knowledge, this education. The purpose of education is character, not career. Nowadays, education is for career. But that's not the purpose. The purpose of education is character. Do we want well-educated engineers who potentially can become terrorists? No. We want skills who can become good citizens, not criminals. But the crime rate is kept on increasing, even though there are more and more colleges and more education. The crime rate is increasing. Because the focus of education has become career, not character. So they don't teach character, qualities. They just teach skills, no values. In fact, so many things they teach in school, they are not useful also. The only purpose is to memorize and get marks and forget. It is like eating and vomiting, then flushing. Like when I was in school, they taught us one poem. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Anybody knows this poem? You know? Others? How many of you know? Raise your hands. See, many of us know. Please raise your hands. How many of you know the meaning of this poem? Nobody. The teacher doesn't know the meaning of this poem. The principal doesn't know. The Education Minister of India doesn't know. Google.com doesn't know. Nobody today on this planet knows the meaning of this poem, but still it is taught. Does it make sense? But still it is taught. And the most interesting part is when guests come in the house, they call Gudiya, idhar aao, come here, uncle auntie ko poem sunao. And the little Gudiya goes, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And the uncle auntie clap. And the little Gudiya thinks, wow, I did something uncle auntie liked. But uncle auntie don't even know the meaning and they clapped. And she thinks I did something great today. Another poem we were taught, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. Now you see 70% of Indian population is in villages. And 90% of villagers are occupied in agriculture. So early morning the parents go to the fields. And they pray, my dear Krishna, please send rain. And near the field there is Pathshala, school. Generally it's open to sky. And all the children sit there and say, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Parents are praying, Krishna, please send rain. Children are saying, don't send rain. Krishna will be confused whom to listen, parents or children. This poem is okay in a country where there is less agriculture and 365 days rain. The children should pray so that they get to play. But in a country like India where there is dry climate in many parts and where there is heavy rain required for agriculture, why you have to pray this? There you have to teach another poem that, my dear Lord, please send rain, because without rain, no grain. But people have no brain. So this kind of education is only to make donkeys, not humans. Here real education is for making character. And the most basic education for a boy child is celibacy, brahmacharya. And for a girl child is chastity, to be loyal to husband. And a boy child can learn celibacy by going outside the house in Gurukul. Inside, how will he learn? Because whole day he'll be surrounded with females. Mother, sister, neighbors, relatives, guests. No austerities. So boy child gets proper education by going outside the house. And girl child gets education by being inside the house, by learning from chaste mother. If the girl goes outside and mixes with other boys, how she will become chaste? So for boy child, it's celibacy, which happens in Gurukul with other brahmacharis under the care of the spiritual master. And girl child is chastity, which happens under the guidance of own chaste mother in the house. So Vasudeva, when he understood Krishna Balram didn't go to school, he asked them, what did you learn? Now what will Krishna answer? That I learned to steal makhan and chase the gopis. He said, we didn't go to school. Immediately he arranged their Diksha Samskar, Diksha Yagya through Gargamuni, who gave them Gayatri Mantra, and he sent them as brahmacharis to Ujjain, Sandipani Muni's ashram, where Krishna Balram wore saffron dress and they practiced brahmacharya and served the spiritual master menially and completed their education studying 64 arts in 64 days. So without this education, we are still animals. So this verse which we are reading is talking about this education, focusing on the girl child. In the beginning of the chapter, Lord Sri Krishna jokingly introduces this concept to Rukmini Devi just to make her angry, that my dear beautiful wife, I am not a good husband. You did improper selection. Now I give you opportunity, you leave me and marry somebody else. Select another husband. Krishna was just joking. Rukmini Devi got so serious and she fainted with tears in her eyes. And Krishna got panicked and he realized he must not have joked like this. He thought she will become angry by my joke and she will chastise me. And that will be so nice, because Rukmini Devi never became angry on Krishna. She never chastised Krishna. And Krishna wanted some variety in the relationship. In khichdi you need some achar. So there is variety. But Rukmini Devi is so submissive, she just fainted. And when Krishna took care of her and told her, I was just joking, she very nicely explained that how whatever Krishna spoke, she refuted. That how Krishna is great. And when she saw Krishna is satisfied with her explanation, and she realized Krishna was only joking, she became gracious. She became calm. So with very calm mind, she spoke this verse. Even though she refuted Krishna's words, but now she introduces a different angle to this. And she says, actually, my dear Lord, your words were not false. You are correct. What is Krishna's proposal? That she marry somebody else. And now she says, actually your words are not false. You are correct. Because I am a woman, you are using my example to teach general masses. Rukmini Devi is not an ordinary woman. And no devotees in Bhagavatam are ordinary. But Krishna often uses his devotees to teach us. He used Yudhishthir Maharaj to teach us that जुआ किसी का नहीं हुआ, that gambling is bad. He used Indra to teach us that a devotee should not become proud. So he often uses his devotees to teach us. So Rukmini Devi is taking that angle, that because I am a woman, you are teaching general masses using me as an example about female psychology. One part of female psychology here indicates that generally girls, they dream about their future husband. राजकुमार घोड़े पे आएगा, Prince Charming, that I'll marry a very loving, caring husband. Nothing wrong about it. They have high hopes and they have wonderful dreams and desires, and for that they prepare themselves. They worship Lord Shiva on Somvar, Mondays. The gopis used to worship Katyani Mata to have Krishna as their husband, and they dress themselves, the girls dress themselves nicely, keep themselves beautiful so that a good boy selects them. So with these dreams and high hopes, before marriage, if the girl comes in contact with a boy who seemingly speaks nicely, offers flowers and gifts, praises her beauty, and says, मैं तुम्हारे लिए ताड़े तोड़ कर लाऊंगा, she falls into the trap of bad boys. She thinks they are sincere and genuine. She doesn't know that there are some more eligibility criteria required, whether they are responsible, whether they are respectful to her parents, whether they are reliable, whether they are committed long term to take responsibility of wife and children, and they are financially and mentally stable. These are very important eligibility criteria required, which come in the forward after marriage. But before marriage, when she comes in contact with a bad boy who seemingly fits her dream, she falls in the trap and she gets polluted. And that destroys her chastity, that destroys her character and whole life. Whether she marries the same or different boy, whole life she doesn't has good life, because the foundation was already having a crack. The character was already broken. The chastity was already broken. So of course today it's not legal in India, but earlier they would have child marriages. The concept was such that a boy and girl would get married, but they would not stay together. Only the rituals will happen, commitment from parents will happen, and information will be given that you have a husband and you have a wife. So as the children grow up, they have this information, I have a husband. Once I am at proper age, I will meet him and I will stay with him. So during this period, she doesn't generate hope for anybody else. She doesn't get attracted to anybody else because it is in her back of mind, I have. She has satisfaction that I have husband. I don't need to find another boy. I don't need to attract somebody else who chooses me or selects me. I don't need to worry if somebody rejects me. I have one already fixed, reserved candidate. Already reserved. She is peaceful. Just like you go for a long journey, train. You have a reserved ticket, confirmed berth. How peaceful you will go. And you have a waiting ticket, no confirmed berth. How difficult it will be when you reach the station, which part of the platform I should stand, and where is the ticket collect checker I should find, and will I get a berth, and how much money I'll have to pay, whether somebody will cooperate, whether they'll throw me out. So much anxiety. But if you have a confirmed berth, there is no anxiety. You are sure you will have a seat for next 18 hours. Right? Everybody has that experience. So same experience the girl and a boy have for next 12, 13 years of their life. That there is a reserve candidate. Whatever happens to me, he will accept me. He has already accepted me. So she is not worried about applying Fair and Lovely cream for whole life, or looking attractive with long hairs or short hairs, or weight gain or weight loss, or nothing. She is peaceful that I have one. That's the female psychology being talked here. Otherwise, she keeps searching. She keeps conforming to the society, and that creates lots of problems. One of the greatest problems in USA are abandoned babies. And that comes to another problem, teenage pregnancies and teenage abortions. This is very prevalent in US today. A girl of 13, 14 becomes pregnant. And they were interviewed. I read the research paper. These girls were interviewed in the university. That why you became pregnant at this age. And they have a big social anxiety that every girl has a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. And I can't stay in the university like that. I need to have a boyfriend. That's the social security. If I don't have, they laugh at me. They tease me. And I feel rejected, that nobody is accepting me. So these young girls, they undergo such a big trauma. So then when their boy makes them pregnant and runs away to some another girl, then she has to go for abortion. And if she cannot get aborted, she has to give birth to a baby, and then the baby is abandoned. And today there are lakhs of abandoned babies taken care by US government. And in fact, they say one of the greatest reason US economy will go down in the future is because of this expensive care of abandoned babies. That's the prediction. So why all this? Because of lack of education in chastity and celibacy. A boy who is not celibate is a bad boy. And a girl who is not chaste is a bad girl. And there are enough bad boys around to make good girls bad girls. And there are enough bad girls around to make good boys bad boys. And that's how this pandemic is spreading. And the only solution is ISKCON. Only solution is ISKCON. Whoever is a father here today of a girl, what is your greatest responsibility towards your girl? Is to give her good husband in the future. And from where will this good boy come? When right today in school and colleges there is so much mixing. I was in convent school and we had a rule in the school. In one bench, two students. Compulsory, one boy, one girl. Compulsory. Not two boys, two girls. One boy, one girl. Are where you will practice celibacy? Or learn celibacy? I mean that contact can generate lust. So the major responsibility of a father of a young girl is to give her good husband. And a good husband, a good boy will come when he is associating with good boys. A boy is good when he is associating with good boys. Boy is bad if he is associating with bad boys. Simple. So good boy associating with good boys. Who are good boys in the college? I have boys, brahmacharis. And who preaches to them? Brahmachari from ISKCON. So if you are a father who has a girl child and you want a good husband for your girl, you need to invest in brahmachari ashram. Because if you invest in brahmachari ashram, then a good brahmachari will go out and preach to young boys, and the boys will become good, and then they will be possible candidates for your girl to get married. So today's fathers of girls have this responsibility to maintain brahmachari ashram. And today's father of boys also have this responsibility. You want a good daughter-in-law. But why a good daughter-in-law will select your boy if he is not good? Right? And to make your boy good, you have to have a good brahmachari ashram in your city. A good preaching program in your city. So that's varnashram. Grahasthas maintaining brahmacharis for their own benefit, for their family welfare. And if you're thinking that is too much money and I am making fund collection here, no. You are already paying money to where you should not. You know how many prisoners are there in India? And how many prisons are there in India? Millions of prisoners are there. And they are eating there, free. Who is paying for them? You, from your tax money. Good people have to earn for criminals. So you are already feeding criminals. Better feed brahmacharis. Which is better? You get punya also. So already our tax money is going where criminals are eating. Better we put money where brahmacharis will eat and there will be good preaching. So Mother Rukmini is saying that there are girls, unmarried kanya, who get attracted to males. And there are women who even after marriage also get attracted to males. And both is sinful. This girlfriend-boyfriend business is sinful. One should just focus on one's noble goal of life. And whenever one is ready, the parents select a future husband or wife. And with proper samskar, one does vivah samskar, marriage, and becomes responsible householder, giving birth to children who are Krishna conscious. And that's how contributing something good in the society. Not lusty affairs before marriage, giving rise to unwanted babies who become Varna Sankara, who become low character individuals. And that increases the crime and sinful activities in the society. And that becomes tough for a gentleman to survive. That's how the society is moving forward. And it requires a reform, it requires a change. And that change comes from brahmachari ashram. That change comes from gurukul. That change comes from education of celibacy and chastity. That change comes from organization like ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada, he started ISKCON for this purpose, to reform the society, to check the imbalance of values in the society. And he gave perfect education in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why we have everyday Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad-gita class, and reading of scriptures, and distribution of scriptures. This is perfect education. Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, the king of knowledge, the most confidential knowledge, that I am servant of Krishna. That's the real chastity, that Krishna is my master. No, Krishna is my only master. Only. He is my only master. That's real chastity, real royal loyalty. And I should serve him. So even my social aspects of life should be as per Krishna's instructions for his pleasure. So that's real knowledge, that's real education. When that happens, we get purified of lust. In Bhagavad-gita 3rd chapter, Krishna explained lust is the most formidable enemy for the Jivatma, for the conditioned soul. Enemy number one, Dushman number one. Why? Because of lust, all other anarthas are created. And that makes us commit sinful activities and fall into lower species of life in the cycle of birth and death after visiting hellish planets. And this celibacy and chastity is the only way we can protect ourselves from this lust in Krishna consciousness. For a boy, lust means getting attracted to multiple girls. And if he does that, he is 100% confirmed ticket to hellish planet. Because that's sinful, illicit sexual activity. But when a boy marries a chaste wife, she is trained by her mother to satisfy the husband in such a way that he doesn't get attracted to another girls, another females. And that way she protects the boy to get attracted to other females and thus not go to hellish planet and meet Yamaraj. So a chaste wife can protect a husband not to fall into hellish planet. She acts like a fort, a durg. Durg fort means a fort is there which is so strong and powerful that the king is protected from the onslaught of enemies. So the soul inside male body has lots of sensual desires, sense objects getting attracted. It may be through tongue to eat something nice, or so many other senses. So a chaste wife makes sure she cooks nicely for the husband, she appears decorated, beautiful, she keeps the house in order, she responsibly takes care of the parents and guests and children and other household affairs. And then the husband is completely satisfied, he doesn't get attracted to other females, and that is how his lust is taken care, and he doesn't go to hellish planet. So if lust is enemy number one, and there is somebody who helps me protect from my enemy number one, then that somebody is friend number one. So wife is friend number one for husband. And Lord Brahma has given so much alertness to a wife that if husband is talking, even talking to another female without bad intention, she will get alerted, किससे बात कर रहा है? And he will not even think doing that. And same goes for wife. Husband protects the wife. So they both are protected from lust. They both are protected from going to hellish planets. So they are each other's friends. And more than that, when they cooperate to serve Krishna, they both go back home, back to Godhead. That's perfection of life. But if they are themselves before marriage into lusty affairs, then after marriage they can't control their senses. They can't protect each other. They can't help each other. And both go into lower species of life, animal species of life. Because animals don't have any vivaha samskar, any possible protection from lust through a partner. Animals have complete freedom to have different partners. That's not human society. So Mother Rukmini is giving example from Mahabharata of Amba, Rajkumari Amba. She got attracted to Shalv, but that marriage couldn't happen, and we know her story. She suffered so much because she couldn't give up that attraction. She couldn't modify her heart and say, okay, forget this boy, I will marry to one whom my father has finally approved, even though the king of Kashi had to approve forcibly. That was a tradition. She couldn't forget that attraction. That's female psychology. And then she suffered so much. Finally, to kill Bhishma Pitama, she had to come as Shikhandi. The soul has to undergo so many births. The goal of human form of life is go back Krishna. Our loyalty and chastity is for Krishna, not to do any sinful activity, so that instead of becoming animals again, we use this human platform to go back to Krishna. And that education is available in books of Srila Prabhupada. So this education is for everybody. For those who are not educated and for those who are what? This education is for whom? For those who are not educated and for those who are dash. For those who are not educated and for those who are not educated. Both. This is for both. Both are not educated. One has a degree, one doesn't has a degree. But both are not educated. Education means reading and learning Srimad Bhagavatam. Reading and learning physics, chemistry, biology is not education. Or mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, AI, or MBA, or BA. It's not education. This is not education. Education means character. And that comes from Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why these books, that's why there is emphasis on distribution of these books. And we are fortunate to be now in December month, marathon month, where so easily we can receive the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya and SriSriRadhaRasbihari by going out and sharing Bhagavad-gita to others. Just go out with books. Meet people, your friends, your relatives, your contacts, any stranger, your neighbors, your enemies. Just meet them and tell them, take a book. This is very nice book. This is real education. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, and that changes Arjuna's life, and it will change your life as well. I got benefit, you read, you will get benefit. Srila Prabhupada says, one who reads the book, one who reads one page, one who reads one line, One who reads one word or one who just touches the book, his bhakti starts. One who pays for the book, his bhakti starts because he gave something to Krishna. And whether the book is distributed or not, you get the benefit of doing the book distribution. Your bhakti increased because you went and showed a book to somebody. So we go out, we meet 100 people, 10 people take books, but we get benefit of meeting 100 people and introducing them to Krishna, introducing them to Bhagavad-gita, and it is not lost. Their Agya Sukruti is getting collected. So they are getting benefit by meeting a devotee and seeing Bhagavad-gita or touching Bhagavad-gita or hearing the glories of Bhagavad-gita. So we should go out and meet people. And sometimes devotees feel dejected because of being rejected. You go to somebody, show a book, doesn't take. You speak 10 minutes, and all the while you're thinking, I spoke so nicely, now he will take. But he doesn't take. I'll give you a very, very simple formula what to do. Should I? So if you go to somebody, talk a lot, doesn't take a book, very simple formula, go to next person. Don't bother yourself. Like in Mumbai, if you cannot catch a train on the platform, don't get dejected. Next train is coming in 3 minutes. Here, next person is available in 3 seconds. Just go to another person and enthusiastically speak. And when we are pure at heart, people take books. Krishna reciprocates sitting in their heart. And that's how we grow in Krishna consciousness. So our duty is to go and talk to people. Krishna will give result of distribution. So this education is very essential to save the human society from becoming animal society. Already people are turning towards animals, not taking bath every day, not covering their bodies properly, speaking abusively, not respecting, becoming angry, envious, greedy, lusty, proud. What is all this? This is animalistic society. Human is not like that. Human has noble aim of life, noble behavior, noble character, cleanliness, truthfulness, peaceful, self-control, sense control, austere, wise, honest, compassionate, forgiving, tolerant. Forget having these qualities. Today people don't even know the list of these qualities. You ask somebody good qualities, they will have to think. You ask somebody bad qualities, phat they will say. So then how will the society get reformed? And how will we survive in this? It's only by spreading goodness. And that's only by spreading these books. These books are for mass distribution. Lakhs and lakhs of people should get these books. You will be happy to know today when in your watch there is 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went faster. 8 seconds. One book somewhere in the world is distributed, Srila Prabhupada's book. Isn't that good? Today when your watch has 8 seconds, 24 children are born. So that means there are 23 more customers for us. So the very big scope of book distribution. Don't think enough books have been distributed, so many people have it. No. There are enough scope. We have to go out. Srila Prabhupada wanted every house and every person should have a set of his books. That is his plan to change the world. And this plan started 5,000 years before when Srila Vyasadeva wrote down the books. That time there was no printing technology or transport technology, but still he wrote down the books because he knew in the future printing press will come, trucks will come, and we can publish these books and transport them all over the world. So this plan has started from Srila Vyasadeva. The plan which was started by Lord Krishna 5,000 years before will definitely be successful. So the plan which started by Lord Krishna 5,000 years before will definitely be successful. Anybody who becomes part of the plan will also be successful. So it's so easy to become successful. We just follow the founder Acharya. So, my dear devotees, please take up this service. Go out and distribute books. There are so many ways, there are so many people, there are so many contacts we have. Meet everybody, call everybody, and give them books. And in that way, the society reforms and we grow in Krishna consciousness. Okay, we will end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions you may please ask. Yes, they will give you a mic.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving a nice English class. Yesterday and the day before, I went out on book distribution and had a really nice time. And I noticed that Mumbai definitely needs Prabhupada's books. A lot of people are suffering out there. And in America, book distribution is a little different than India. So most people, when you approach them, they say, "Oh, Metapath, say I have already Gita," or when you try to give them, say, "Oh, the book is 120 rupees," they're a little reluctant to give the money. So my question is, when people are reluctant to give, want to give a discount, or they say, "I already have, I already know," what do you say to them?
Well, if somebody already has a Bhagavad-gita, we show them Krishna book. If they have Bhagavad-gita and Krishna book both, we show them Bhagavatam. If they have Bhagavatam also, we show them Chaitanya Chaitamrita. If they are Chaitanya Chaitamrita also, we give them 100 books. I say, you are a devotee, you also distribute. So either you distribute a book or make a book distributor. You tell them, stand with me, let's distribute together. And we focus on book, not money. We tell them the importance of book. And people easily spend 100, 200 rupees just when they go out. Even the newspaper costs so much. People easily spend money. So they may just give excuse, but we focus them on book, tell them this is very important. And this is not some newspaper which next day will have no value. This will be remain in your family for years together and everybody will read. And we are charging not for knowledge. Knowledge is for millions of dollars. We are just charging for paper. So we can explain to them. Okay. Next question. Okay. We are done. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.